Thalia Vedra. Thalia, Guardian of Vedra. Opponent's spells cost 1 more to cast. No fun allowed. Or the 3 mana version where their non-basic lands enter tapped. And creatures, I think. Maybe artifacts, I can't remember. Weapon of Office. Good name. Or the 4 mana version where you get to have a frog. Yeah, I guess there is also a 4 mana version where you get to have a frog. Technically. Luke Skywalker, thanks to the tier 1 for 15 months. Thanks a lot. Big, big, big. Yeah, true. TY. 4-up save. You hate to see it. 15. Very fast, though. Ooh, charts kinda poorly. This is some Beast Claw Raiders ass charting. Very fast flying, though. You love to see it. 6 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1, 2. Not the best weapon. 3 attacks, 2s and 3s, -2, 3. 2 attacks, 4s and 2s, -3. D3 plus 3. Alright. You don't have like a super high number of attacks, but I don't know. I'm seeing -3 rend, big damn over here, even though it's only 2 attacks. 2s and 3s, -2, 3 is great. These are kind of like the talons that stuff normally has. This is fine. These are some highly decent attacks, if few of them. Lots of buffs to absorb. Double Jenny. Locked in the Hammerhall Aksha. Rip. Hold up. Ahem. Yeah, Hammerhall OSHA violation. There it is. How much do you lose, though, from going into it? I don't think you care. 6 of ward. Four up save, 6 of ward, kind of bad. 14-inch flying, great. Charts, okay. Lead from the front. Well, this unit's within 3 of any enemy units. It can issue rally while they are within 3 inches of enemy units. Fuck you. In addition, when it does so, you can return 1 slain model to the unit that receives the command for each 4-up instead of each 6-up. Every single 4-up they've ever printed, right? They've had to change to a 5-up? Maybe this one. Maybe this one is fine. Maybe having her required to be in combat will do it. Every other time they've done this. And now this one is in combat. Alright, unparalleled tactician. I know. No, I already agree. Yeah, this ability is an unparalleled tactician. He's a perpendicular tactician. If this unit is included City Sigmar army. When orders are being given to heroes, this unit can be given 2 instead of 1. Alright. And remember, Hammerhall actually gets 2 orders as well, right? Oh yeah, I should say. Human units, she is racist, don't forget. So if you're in Hammerhall, you get 2 orders on 1 hero, and then she also gets 2 orders on her. So you're stacking those orders just everywhere. Paralyzing Venom. You can carry out the Paralyzing Venom monsters rampage below with this unit instead of your other monster rampage. Do you have any other monsters? Okay, this thing better be... It better be better than Roar. That's the bar you have to pass. Especially if you only have 1 monster. Pick 1 enemy monster that made a charge move this turn and is within 3 of this unit. Stopped reading there. No, I'm kidding. Roll die on a 3-up strike last. Alright. If a monster charges you, 3-up it fights last. Did I read that right? Yes. Is that better than Roar? Well, it's more situational than Roar. And in the situations when you might want to use it, I think, yeah, it might be. You don't need to make something more generically good than Roar, because I think that should probably be the ceiling. But you can make a situational thing much better, because you roar everything, and then on the off chance a monster actually charges you, you might just have it strike last, and then roll hot and, like, beat the shit out of it. And if you inflict damage enough so that the monster gets wound tabled, I mean, perhaps that's better than Roar statistically in that case anyway, or maybe kill it. You got Griffins and the Hydra. I don't think the Hammerhall Aqua locked is that bad for her. I don't think that's too bad. Like, if you play this in some other army, those sub-factions are giving bonuses that don't necessarily care about one of the people, right? Roar preventing all defense is probably better. Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends, right? My point is, it's not, like, always worse than Roar, probably, which is, I guess, what we have to do. That's the level. If you take her in the Monster City, she has as many wounds as Alariel? No. Because she's Hammerhall Aksha, and so she doesn't get the bonus from the other sub-faction. How much should she cost? I wonder what they priced her at. So, you have a 4-up save and a 6-up ward, which isn't great. It's in fact kinda bad. But 15 wounds is decent. That's a decent chunk of wounds. 14 flying is very good. If a monster charges you, maybe you make it fight last. You're able to roar in any case. That's always good. Your attacks are okay. Very small number of them. You can always rally the shit out of people regardless of what subfaction they're in. That's cool. If this said Cities of Sigmar Hammerhall human units, then she would be like, you would never take her unless she was in Hammerhall, right? Or something, maybe. I don't know. But her cool abilities are like not... They don't require her to be in the thing. So I don't think it's that bad to take her in other stuff. Also, Double Jenny is just good. No, sorry. Alright. She's only Double Jenny if you're in a Hammerhall Aksha. That's the one thing that's locked. Got it. How much damage does Lady do? So if you all-out attack, you're doing like... Yeah, 12 maybe. Is this 12 damage? Ish. 12 damage-ish. Maybe 10. Am I guessing points? This one's weird because of her locks and stuff like that. Oh, that's right. I don't know which way the wind is blowing in this book. Is this one of those everything is expensive books or one of those everything is cheap books? I don't have much predictive power here. 369. Totally made up. Just completely made up. What's her name? Thalia. 340. Alright. I see this is one of those books where they're pointing stuff more realistically. Who's taking her? At 340, who is a buyer? Pretend the model was one of those 3D Studio Max like tea kettles with green just paint on it, right? For these stats, are you taking this thing for 340? It's double stuffed, has 4-up rally printed on the war scroll, although you have to jump through a hoop or two. Yeah, pretend it's using the Slays the Darkness Manticore.
Twitch Prime.
Always on tilt thanks to the Prime. For 2 months. This book feels very fair. So far, so good. So far, kind of neat. I'll buy it for a fair price. Myself, I have no idea. Some of this stuff I need to like build a list and then look or see it on the... Damn, okay, the one with the helmet looks way cooler. Hold up. Yeah, okay. Trash. The one with the helmet, way cooler. And nice weapon. Not some normal boring sword. Is there a generic version? I don't think there is. No generic version. Even though there's an alternative build. Despite an alternative build, there doesn't appear to be a generic version. Yeah, just options for her. Ponto Flex Zestra. Five up save, 5-inch move, 9 wounds. Hey. If that was 10, we'd have a problem here. 9 wounds pog. 5 up save. Oof. 9 wounds and a 5 up save. What are you, an ogre hero? What's this? I mean, okay, it's a fucking... it's a palanquin. So it probably does only have like 5 up armor. I mean, you're not wrong. Definitely... Ooh, we got some 0 attacks. Don't even roll them. It'll waste time in the game. You're trying to play under 2 hours. Just don't even roll these. Voice of the God King. No attacks. This unit can attempt to dispel one endless spell at the start of your hero phase and attempt to unbind one spell in the enemy hero phase. Alright. Can dispel, unbind as a wizard. This is a priest, or a totem, right? Definitely thought this would be a totem. It's not a totem, but it is a priest. Surprised it's not a totem. It's looking like this whole thing is almost, it's just like it's such a totem, right? The model, the whole thing is a totem, but alright, I don't care. 4 up ward. Four up wards are good. I'm kind of beside myself that it's not a totem, even though I don't care. It's just sort of shocking. Was this meant to be a totem and they just forgot? Like the maw pole on all my monsters? Which are literal totems. That have a big maw on them and a bunch of... Never mind. Vessel of Sigmar is a prayer. The answer value of 3. If it's within your territory, pick one of the effects below to apply. If answered and you're not within your territory, pick 2 effects below. Oh, shit. Sorry, not in opponent territory. If not in your territory, pick 2. There's a difference between opponent territory and not your territory. Not your territory being the way better version of that, depending on the battle plan. Double blessies. Friendly cities have a ward of 5 up when they're wholly within 18. Yeah, sure, let's give a wholly within 18-inch 5 up fucking ward to this army. Cool. Racist aura. Add 2 inches to move. That's awesome. Hey, look at that. That's my army. Stone skeleton and hungry. They stole my allegiance ability. Anyway, I don't care. Will die for each enemy wizard and priest. On a 2-up, suffers D3. That's fun. Alright. Infinite range, no LOS, lol. Cool. Lumineth in shambles. Yeah, every Lumineth unit to up D3 mortal wounds. Would you ever consider a stream where you go back to earlier edition books and look at how the rules design has changed? Yeah. That'd be interesting. Like earlier in third. Oh, I thought you meant to like look at first edition. This is the first one-drop battalion. You had to pay points for these. This is what the game was about. People thought this ability was good. People thought that ability was bad, and how it's changed over time. Doesn't that wreck Kabbalists? I mean, it does damage to Kabbalists, right? Yeah, I mean, it sure does damage to a bunch of heroes, right? But don't worry, you can just shoot. Oh, you can't shoot in Slaves to Darkness. Never mind. But just kill all the guys in between you and her. Easy. Oh, wait. They all have a 5 upward. They just win anyway. Wrath of Azir. Start the combat phase after this unit fights. Roll a die for each enemy unit and 3 on 2 up. These are mortal wounds. Okay. Well, not all of these had to be amazing. Look, it could have just been 3, and my opinion of it doesn't change. It doesn't matter that one of them is bad, it's fine. Ponto Flex Zestra. Not the same spell? What do you mean? Oh, you're right. This is actually just an ability. Sorry, I didn't notice the italics. That's what you mean. It's not... This isn't priest thing. This is actually... Look. How do I... Is it tab? How do I... I can't remember how to do this. Help. I thought it was just backspace after this. Oh, well. Oh, whatever. Did it. Alright, I swear I use this program a lot. Just do this in Photoshop, right? Alright, so 9 wounds, 4 up ward, but 5 armor, which sucks, and 5-inch move. Can't really attack. Can dispel and bind as a wizard. Can you make this thing a wizard? No, because it's a priest. Fits into battalions. Has really good effects. Has a name, so it's unique. What did this thing have to cost for you not to play it as an auto-include in Age of Sigmar, Cities of Sigmar armies, no matter what? She very well might not stylistically fit into all the armies. 250? Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, she'd have to be like approaching 300, like knocking on the door, like 200 something. If she was 260, I would start to think about it. You know? My guess is 260. Where's Ponto Flex Zestra? 150. Alright. If this unit costs 150, every unit in my battle tome needs to immediately go down 100 points. Even Frost Sword on Stone, doesn't matter. Just everything... The way we calculate points in the game is just wrong. Where will she end up? 200? I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. It's a big, you know, there's a big difference between reading at what... Jesus. Have you no pity, or shame, or self-respect? You're going to show this model in the same page, much less the same book, as this guy? Throw them away. Put them in the garbage. Sylvaneth Warsong is 300 and has a similar job, yeah. Yeah. Flagellants. Warsong has a... what? Warsong doesn't have a 5-up save though, right? What's the Warsong at? Maybe it's just a saving throw. I don't know, but 4 board's pretty crazy. Flagellants, 6-up. 2-inch range, just a bucket of bad attacks. Each time while this is slain, they blow up. Yeah, that's what we needed more of. You're right. We needed more zombies in the fucking game. Would you take Frost Sabers at negative 20 points? Probably not. That's more drops. That's extra drops, remember. I would take Frost Sabers until my battle regiment was full, and then I would stop. So, like, I have 3 battle line right now. I would take 1 more Frost Saber, because I think you can only put 4. Or can you put 5 in battle regiment? If you can put 5 in battle regiment, then I would take 2 units of Frost Sabers for negative 20 points. Okay, yeah, I would take 2, but not 3. We've learned nothing from our mistakes. So I'm gonna guess that these guys are 100 points for 20. Just like zombies. Flagellants. Oh wait, they're not battle line though. They're not battle line. 80. Same as 2 Frost Sabers, which is 80. Alright, I'm looking for the points over here. Oh, sorry, 10 for 100, not 20 for 100. How come these are half the price of zombies? Maybe we have learned something. Oh, but they are battle line if the army includes Ponto Flex Zestra, which it just fucking does. Okay, so they're battle line too. Yeah, nice. So look, you could get 10 Flagellants, which is, you know, it's 3 mortal wounds when it dies. That's also chaff and also battle line. Or you could save 20 points and get 2 Frost Sabers that are not battle line. Not even as the general. You can also rally them on a 5-up in combat, which make yeah, okay, so should I just put for now after all of this? There. 5-up explode when they die without the range fix on zombies for now. In Vindicator, self-action, you can rally them on a 5-up for now. In combat for now. Alright, cool. Yeah, or 4-up rally with Thalia for now. Great. Great work. Freeguild Marshal. Just a little guy. $15 4-up has attacks. Okay, so you have Deadly Beak. -2 4? Jeez. What are you, a Stonehorn? With better to hit, but a third of the attacks? What's a lance do? 1 damage, 1 rend? You for sure always take the Great Hammer, right? 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, -2 3. Probably better than 5, 3 and 3, -1 2. Kind of close. Depends on buffs. 4, 3 and 3, -1 2. Sometimes -2 3. Only for charging for 1 more attack. I guess the reach is good. Charging lance. When you carry out the roar, you can pick 2. Yeah, sure. Let's make a roar better. Awesome. Sounds good. They know. They know. They're like, should we have a monster rampage for that? Nah. Just give him double roar. If this unit is included City Sigmar army once per battle, when orders are being given to heroes, this unit can be given 2 instead of 1. Alright. Even more 2 orders instead of 1. Just everywhere. He's kind of the generic version of Thalia, to be honest. Just with a way worse model, right? Double Rories. Very slightly weaker attacks. Alright, but you can give him shit. Have we seen any command point generation? There's one in the Lumineth city, but nobody's gonna play that, so no. But I'm inclined to say that you don't particularly care about lots of command point generation in this army, because your allegiance ability is getting 3 free command points a turn. They just don't call them command points, so you just get them for free and can use them. They're called orders. So in a way, you get 3 free command abilities a turn. They're just not called command abilities. And then also there's a trait to use, or no, there's a sub-faction? Which one is it? Hold up. You can issue all-out attack twice a turn for the whole game for free. So it's not really generation, but it's giving you 10 free command points. over the course of the game. That's in the shoot city. Yeah. The first 2 times you all-out attack at range, it's free. And you can do 3 a turn. And only if you choose to do that 3rd one does it cost a command point, which is nuts. It's like the opposite. It should cost 1 for the first one, and the other ones should be free. I think they wrote this before in some other book, and then they changed it to work the way that I just said. I expect that to be the case here, probably. But who knows? Freeguild Marshal on Griffon. $270. Oh, I should have done the game. No, I forgot to do the game. Sure, he's properly cheaper than Lady. He doesn't have, like, some of the OP stuff, right? But you can also give him stuff, so fair enough. Orders are 1 for each hero, max 3 of the same, not total. Yeah, like, technically you give every hero on the board something. It's possible you run out of them if you have that many heroes in some... if you're playing 10,000 points or something, but, you know... I guess you could say it's 6. I can't see all 6 of those being really impactful every battle round, but maybe it is. Maybe you can just do it. What'd you miss? The book's good. The book's good, that's what you missed. It's extra racist. All the cool shit only works for humans. Casting aside all the lore that they built up. And doubling down on the thing I didn't like about the first book. Which city has the best drip? Greywater fastness, for sure. And I mean dripping in soot, gunpowder, and oil. Freeguild Marshal and Relic Envoy? Oh, you get boys. Okay, cool. You get lads. So instead of choosing a retinue, they just kind of give you a guy that has one. Freeguild Marshal and them boys. 3-up save. You love to see it. 5 move. Dueling pistols. 9-inch range. Some shots. You can choose one. Oh, never mind. So either pistols and short sword. Or long sword. Or the Warhammer. What do you choose? Do you even want to get him into combat? Retinue? You're going to use that? Yeah. Instead of retinue, right? Instead of retinue, go retinue. It's more civilized. Attendant Relic Envoy. Start of your hero phase, you must choose for this unit's Relic Envoy to attend the Marshal or to deliver a message to a nearby unit. Oh shit. Delivering a message? Cool, you have runners. Nice. If you chose for the Relic Envoy to attend the Marshal, you can carry out a heroic action. In addition to any other heroic double heroic acties, okay. You chose to deliver a message. Pick one other friendly Series Sigmar unit wholly within 12. Oh, please tell me that you can... That little runner picks up the order and he, like, runs with the order and gives it to somebody else. That would be so flavorful. Please do that. Until the start of your next hero phase, the next time the unit receives a command point is not spent. Aw. Relic Envoys miniature isn't considered to be a model for rules purposes. You're just putting it somewhere. Yeah. Damn, I was hoping they would deliver the order, right? Like they pick up the little disc, your little order disc, and the guy runs it over and he's like, here's a message from the commander on the front. Fucking shoot them when they shoot you. Okay, sir, you know? I don't know. That would have been cool. I mean, it is a command point. It's still fine, right? Rousing speech. Once per battle, you can carry out the deliver rousing speech heroic action below. With this unit, instead of any other heroic action you can carry out with it. Damn, that's really at the bottom. Pick up to 3 friendly Sigmar human units wholly within 18. For each unit picked, roll 2d6. If the score is less than or equal to that unit's bravery, less than or so under. Till the end of the turn, the model in that unit count as 2 for the purpose of contesting. Oh, cool. Okay. Pick 3 humans, roll under bravery, they capture 2. Under equal. Double racist leader. The dude carries the order, so it's... Yeah, I know. It's still flavorful. I just wanted it to be giga flavorful with the brand new order system. That's all. It's still plenty flavorful. That's what command points are, right? So what does this guy do? What do we want him to do? Doesn't this guy have a battle tactic? Where you have to purchase this man? Yeah, the command squad. So if you have this one guy, in no other circumstance can you complete this battle tactic, I think. Oh, he's not the command squad? That's something else? Alright, I'll wait then. I thought it was Relic Envoy. So what does he actually do? He can't fight. He's not a wizard or a priest. He can give you 2 heroic actions. Or he can give a command point. So he can give you a command point or give you a command point or rally sometimes. And once a game he can make you capture 2. Which could just give you victory points. Alright, I clicked on the next page to see if his dudes had any stats, but they just don't. 140? Yeah, 140 maybe? Freeguild Marshal and Relic Envoy. Let's check. 90. Okay. I didn't think they had the guts. I'm going to be very honest with you. Yeah. Full disclosure. Didn't think they had the guts to put him at 90, which is what he deserves. So far, these book points are looking like reasonable. Except for Lady. She's insane. Everything else, though, like, you look at it and you're like, yeah, okay, I could see it. Actually, maybe not Flagellants. Okay, honestly, we're... it's an emotional roller coaster in the Cities of Sigmar book. Fine. Freeguild Cavalier. Marshal. Awesome Horseman. 7 wounds, 3 up, 10. Maybe a touch slow. But 3 up save is good. 7 wounds is fine. Dragon Pistol. Nothing. Okay, it's kind of nothing. And then... can't particularly... he fights like a Mournfang. This guy is a single Mournfang model with a better save. When the finest hour heroic action is carried out with this unit, okay, finest hour. In addition to normal effect, until the end of turn, add 3 to charge rolls for this unit and friendly Cavaliers. While they're wholly within 12. Okay. Cool. Nice way of giving +3 to charge for your Cavaliers, which may or may not be good, I'm not sure. Run down the hoe. Strike first effect applies to this unit if it made a charge. Oh yeah, it's one of those, yeah. So you get to add his 2 damage on top of whatever Cavaliers have. Awesome. Yep, and then they fight right away. He's got that he fights first on the charge for 2 damage, and then the Cavs also fight thing, which a lot of heroes do. So this guy is a Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount, except he has 1 ability that matters, as opposed to none. Okay. What's the Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount cost? What's the points on that thing? 140? 170? Anybody play STD here? All I know is it cost too much when I looked at it, but what's the actual number? 160, okay. Technically, he's a hero, which means you get an order. So that's like a secret allegiance ability bonus that he's getting. He looks amazing, and so you want to play with him. +3 to charge is good on the Cavaliers. Like, you can... I don't know, because he's a hero on a mount, and the +3 to charge Cavaliers, and your order shit that you can do, like, he's much better than he appears to be, I think. At least as I read this stuff on paper and I'm trying to think about how it plays, this isn't just some Chaos Lord on mount, who you're, like, better off actually not playing, you know? And it's a trick. I think this guy has enough actual secret abilities on WARSCROLL and otherwise that he might be worth playing. You can give him a shit too. There's like traits and artifact. Well, not trait. You're gonna take that 1 trait, but like there's an artifact I think that gives synergy too. I think this guy's like good. He might actually be worth the 160 that the Chaos Lord is at. Actually, lots of combo potential here. He isn't some do-nothing trash Chaos Lord on mount. despite initial appearances. Yeah, in my opinion. On paper, at least. I'm gonna say 160. What's he? 120? Okay, they're not pricing any of that. Horseman is 120. Alright. They're not considering any of that other shit. And I was. Hey, never mind. He costs 120. Hey, I can't wait until the next Slaves to Darkness update. Because apparently the Chaos Lord on Mount is going to be 60, and the Karka is going to be 80, if this is right. If this is correct, Karka Lord should be 80 or 90, maybe? Tell you what, I'll say 100, and we'll call it even. I'm kind of thrilled. Dude, people are going to play this guy, and his model is amazing. Very good. Alchemite Warforger. Alchemite Warwarer. He is a wizard. Finally, we get to a wizard here. Good. And he's got a little gut bucket. If you pick a spell from the lore of Collegiate Arcane, it must be the bad one. Oh, well, so you just don't pick from the Collegiate Arcane. But then again, there are good ones on that list. He's a wizard. If you pick from your spell lore, you must pick the literal worst one. So, like, you pick the seasonal spell, I guess. Runic Crucible. Start with hero phase, you can say this unit will either stroke or expand. The power of its Runic Crucible. If this unit strokes the power of its Runic Crucible, add 1 to casting rolls for this unit until the end of the phase. Awesome, okay. This one to cast. If it expands the power, it cannot cast any spells this phase, but until the start of your next hero phase, add 1 to save rolls for friendlies. Oh. 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He is... My mistake. He is not +1 to cast. Not now. Not ever. +1 armor saves humans. Holy 12. Note. Right. Note. They can't leave the aura. That's why I went back here. While they are wholly within. He's not a Castellant. He doesn't for free point at someone uninteractable, their +1 armor, and then they fuck off and are just amazing for 2 turns. Like, they do have to stay within his aura. It's not that crazy. But him standing next to fucking Dolomite. Who's that chick? Hold on. Ponto Flex? Ponto Flex standing next to a Warwarer AoE +1 armor, AoE 5 up ward. Like, what are we, Lumineth for 200 points now? Alright. Can't stop either of them, can't shoot them because they changed the rules of the game because people didn't like shooting. And then they immediately printed heroes that you either shoot or lose. I'm kidding. You probably don't lose. A lot. It depends, alright? You can get within 12 maybe sometimes. We're being hyperbolic now. Also, he's got blazing weapons, which is apparently a spell. I don't know when he would be casting a spell, but he's got blazing. Remember, his heart is blazing. Range 12, C7. Blazing weapons. Each unmodified roll of 6 causes 1 mortal wound. In addition, what is this? Who is this guy? Who the fuck is this masked? This guy is the most Giga Chad foot wizard I've ever seen. Jesus. Balthazar Gelt? Dude. Balthazar Belt. Dude, he's got belts all over him. How many is too many? Well, considering you can use as many runic crucibles as you want because it doesn't have that one particular language. 2, 3. I think too many, probably 3. I haven't even looked at the cost yet. And I think 3 might be too many, but I could even see someone playing 3. Balthazar Smelt. Finally we got there because it's a fire weapon, you're right. If it's anything to go by, he'll be 20 points or some other insanity. Judging by the points in the book so far, I'm guessing he'll be like 120. Like, just like insanely cheap. Yeah, my guess really is 120. I think he's 120, which is, geez, I don't know. I don't see this guy costing under 160 in any fucking universe. But I guess I'll look for Alchemite. 90. Okay. 90. Alright. There, we got a quote. Can we talk about Butcher? Can we talk about the Ogre Butcher for a moment? Never mind. I'm not gonna bring it up. It's a cheap shot. Yeah, you can take 3 at this price. I was thinking 2 for 300 and something. You would still do it. But okay, now you can just take 3. Who gives a fuck? Battle Mage. Time for him not to give a charge bonus and Stormcast to once again sink into no one wins with it mode. But we'll see. Also, I'm like kind of memeing. Alright, Wizard Staff. He is a wizard. Look at all the different wizards you can make. They're classic and silly. That's fun. What a steal. Arcane Trinkets. When you pick this unit to be part of your army, you can pick one of the following arcane trinkets for it to possess. Yeah, okay, tying it to the model you're making. That's neat. Yeah, I didn't want them to be part of the realms, I guess, anyway, even though all of the ones that people have customized in the whole world, if they gave a shit, look like they're from Gur. Everyone is from Gur. Weird. Add one to casting rolls. Unit has a ward of 5 up. Add 2 attacks to the wizard's staff. Amazing. Add 1 to unbinding rolls. Add 6 inch to the range of spells cast by this unit. Oh, we have a competition for the +1 to cast. Ritual Dagger. Once per battle at the start of your hero phase, you can say this will draw blood. You cannot... You can cast 1 additional spell this phase, okay. Spectral Potion. So once per battle you're going to do that, and it's literally worse than this one. If this was also once per battle, interesting. In hero phase, you can say that this unit will uncork its Spectral Potion. That's what you must have been drinking when you pointed this guy, but okay. If you do so, pick one enemy unit within 12 of this unit, roll die on a 2-up. The enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. Alright. Alright, you have 2 choices. +1 to cast or +6 spell range, and you choose that one probably. Nice. They wrote a bunch of other ones, but they don't matter. Battle Mage. Do we just ignore this? This thing? Like, this doesn't exist, right? We can't... You actually can't point anything. If this is 90, then points in the entire game don't make sense, so we just can't. We have to assume this is... They forgot like a 1 or something in front of it, right? So I think Battle Mage is 100. And even then, like 6-inch spell range, this is dangerous. Every time they do this, they have to nerf it or other things or both, right? Oh, I'm guessing 100. Battle Mage. We got. Yeah, he is 100. I'm correct. Yep, he is right. I guessed 100 because Fire Guy isn't real, and I was right. Also, this is dangerous. Battle Mage on Griff on. On Griff on. Four attacks, 3s and 3s, -2, 3 is better than a Frost Spear. That's pretty cool. 6 Razor Claws, 4s and 3s, -1, 2. That's better than Stomping Hooves. 1 attack, 3s and 3s, -1, D3. Hey, these guys are like kind of better than Stonehorn Beast Riders. Holy shit! You can issue self commands. Can't capture 10 though. No impact hits. It sucks. All my Warforgers look like Battle Mages. True and real. Double hits. If you're targeting a monster, the claws do 3 dam. Draw a straight line, roll a die for each on a 2-up, or 3 to a monster. What's he called? Battle Mage on Griffon. 250. Alright. Next. Shadow Mage on Celestial Hurricanum. First bad unit. Yeah. Yeah. First, like, actually bad unit. It's kind of a reasonable price for it, though. Anyway, what do you do? 12 wounds, 4 up, 8-inch move. No attacks. It is a wizard. It has kind of like, this is Frostwreath Ice, only better. In the first battle round, it's exactly as good as Frostwreath Ice, and in all future ones, it's better. Cool. Alright. Importance of battle. Add 1 hit rolls for attacks made by... Oh, alright. You still have the +1 to hit thing. Only for humans, though. Fuck off, apparently, dwarves. Chain Lightning. 4 up another. Okay, it still has the +1 to hit aura, but it's now racist. And it's wholly within 9. Which I think is a shorter range. Has Frostwreath Ice, except gets 100% better every battle round after the first. It's a wizard with a bad WARSCROLL spell. 12 wounds, 4 up, save, 8-inch move. You can get +1 to hit in a bunch of other easier ways. Free. The unit can give itself +1 to hit. Holy 9 is pretty small. I don't know, man. The Frostwreath Ice getting better over the course of the game is kind of like tempting or something, but Frostwreath Ice is more than 100% bad, so I don't know. What do you guys think about this thing? What should it cost? Unlike Wizard Guy on Griffin, it does something, but it still might not be really playable. What do you think? What do you think this guy is? His WARSCROLL looks a lot like a Thundertusk. This guy's like a Huskguard on Thundertusk, who's 330 or something like that. Yeah, he gets a lore spell. Celestial Hurricane with Battle Mage. I'm thinking like 260. Yeah, it is exactly 260. That was my guess. I don't think you play with it. Doesn't look like it. And then there's a no wizard version, which is like a Thundertusk Beast Rider with no impact hits and captures 1 or 5. War Machine, not a monster. Hold up, looking for points. Celestial Hurricane. Oh, 230 for the non-hero version. Well, for those 30 points, you sure get a lot of bang for your buck. But maybe you don't want a hero version because it fits in the battle regiment or something. I don't know. I don't think you want either of them. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you got the Luminarch of Hysh and the Luminarch of Hysh. 30-inch range, 1 attack. Pick 1 point on the battlefield to the range of the shooting model, invisible, and draw a line. 2 up D3. Okay. You can target heroes with this thing because you draw a line and you pick a point. Yeah, it's not a ward, it's +1. The ward was Luminarch. Luminarch was the ward. Celestial Hurricanum was the bonus to hit. It's a wizard. 6 up ward. Burning Gaze. Yeah, these are just a bunch of Thunder Tusks who suck. So these guys suck. Not... That's like a lazy way of thinking, usually. But I don't see the appeal. Not interested in these things. Yeah, apparently this thing's 250. And then the normal Lumineth of Hysh is 220. Tonal Tadara, thanks for the tier 1 for 12 months. Damn, that's almost a year. Thanks for the sub. Big Heywoah-gasm. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. In Living City, you can draw a funny line. You can draw a funny line in Living City. Is that the best? Is the best use of them that you can think of? Is Lumineth, side of the board, draw a line through their entire army, D3 mortal wounds to like 8 units or something like that, and then the thing blows up. But that was pretty cool. You can only deep strike Sylvaneth in Living City. I thought it was Sylvaneth and normal units. Hold up. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Yeah, Sylvaneth allies and Living City units. And it wasn't even racist. So, non-humans as well. Yeah, one of the few non-racist abilities in the entire book. So we can draw the big funny line, which is kind of funny. Freeguild Command Corps. Okay, this is the single unit that you buy that gets the victory point thing, right? Okay, so Command Corps. I thought that was the other one. Freeguild Commando Friend Squad. Humopalooza. Actually, that's... Humopalooza, if you will. 3 wounds, 4 up save. The models in a Freeguild command corps are one this guy, one that guy, one that guy, one that guy, one that guy. Everybody has everybody has 3 wounds. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 8. Is this 18 wounds? This is a big blob. Hey, they're a totem. Let's go. They have a bunch of... Ooh, they have a single good attack. Everything else, not really. Assortment of weapons. You love to see it. Start with the first battle round. Before determining who has the first turn, you can pick one friendly Marshal and Relic Envoy. So the other giant blob of dudes. And then you are assigned. As a ward of 4 up, well, it's... Okay, so you are assigned to the Marshal and Relic Envoy. So this blob of guys are assigned to Marshal and his blob of guys, giving him a 4-up ward within 3. And in your hero phase, you can pick up to 3 City Sigmar human units, holier than 12. For each unit picked, you can either heal up to D3 wounds allocated that unit, or return 3. Okay. Racist surgery. You can use command ability while the unit has a Whisper Blade. Once per turn, when an enemy unit issues a command, you can say that you will annoy your opponent. If you do roll a die on a 4-up, it's not received. And the command point is lost. Each time a command is issued, no more than 1 attempt to disrupt can be made. Okay. 4-up steal command point. Well, not steal. I feel like eating and stealing implies that you get it, but you don't. You cause it to become wasted, I think. You can only use this ability while it has a Great Herald. Add 1 to run rolls and charge rolls for humans older than 12. Each time something would flee, on a 4-up you don't flee. Same unit cannot be affected by this more than once in the same phase. There's more to the roll, hold on. When it says Sigmar human unit wholly within 12 of any friendly units that have a Great Herald retreat, you can add D3 to the move characteristic of all models in the unit until the end of the phase. Okay. I missed that. Apologies. Sorry, I hit the mic. Any wizards or priests? No. This guy really looks like a wizard, but alright, it's fine. So what do you do? A whole bunch of shit. Whisperblade, or the Enchanted Rapier, is kind of cool. 1 attack, 2s and 2s, negative 3d6. I mean, yeah, d6 sucks, but like, it's cool. It's cool that he has 1 cool weapon. Giant Sigmarite Blade, which is just like a... I mean, he has Stormcast attacks. In-universe, this guy's amazing. And looks as amazing as he should. He has the same profile for damage as a literal Stormcast hero. So he properly looks as amazing as he is, relatively speaking, to the average person. In game, you're kind of like, eh, whatever. But if we wanted to enter the spin zone, this guy's awesome, right? He's so good. He's like, this guy's as good at fighting as like a Lord Celestant. That's insane. For some dude with a bear hat, you know? With a head with a metal bear with some wings with a skull and then a pumpkin or something. A little gourd. You thought he would be a priest because of that incense thing he was holding? I thought he would have been like a bunch of stuff, but I guess he's I mean, he resurrects people. It's a priestly thing. Yeah, average Team Fortress 2 hat collector. So this is 18 wounds on a 4-up. Weird attack profiles that in total amount to like almost something. And then just a shitload of random ass abilities that you will determine what you want to keep and slowly kill them. Pinwad just tuned in. Has the whole book so far been this human-centric? Yes. Yeah. The book got a lot more racist. They tightened the grip. Humans help humans, elves help elves, dwarves help dwarves. No working together allowed. All the melting pot lore not translated to tabletop play whatsoever. Sadly. Age of South Africa, Igmar. What are we guessing this guy even costs? He doesn't move. He's got a bunch of wounds. Technically a totem. Gives your other blob of guys a 4-up ward. It's not a bodyguard. There's no wound transfer. It's just a fucking ward. It can kind of fight. It has just a bunch of random abilities. Some of which are good. All of them are racist. 200 points? Oh, dude, I would almost agree with that. It should be more than that, but like I almost agree with that. This is no Catacross, right? Yeah, it's a blob of guys that are slow with a bunch of wounds that like act as a command center. But everything they do is like not quite so amazing as Catacross and stuff. Whatever Gabapalooza costs, this should probably be cheaper, maybe? Maybe cheaper, it's worse, I think. Is it worse? There's specifically a battle tactic for it, so that, you're right, Brandon Mate, that should probably... Wait, should that factor into the cost? Or should they please stop printing battle tactics that require you to only buy one single box? You only have 6 for your whole army and you're forced to buy one thing for, I don't know. Doesn't matter, don't care. How much is Gabapalooza? Because I think it's better. This is more durable. and make some other guy more durable if you're playing that guy. Which maybe you are, because that guy costs like 0. He's what, 90? This should cost, what? Gavapalooza minus 40 or something, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Freeguild Commando Super Friends Humopalooza. Are these not a... Are they not a hero? 170, okay. $170 points for an 18 wound hero. Kinda. Then again, I could write that for the lady and this guy, but that's not fair. I think this is like another Gits book. So far, it's another Gits book where everything is great and everything is way... Well, everything varies between 20% totally correct price and then 50%, 20% cheaper than it should be. And then 30% like 80% cheaper than it should be. But whatever. Freeguild Steel Helms. Freeguild Hatmen. 5-inch move, 1 wound, 4-up save. Battle line. One model in this unit can be a battle priest. Ooh, so it has the priest keyword as long as it's alive or something like that. At the end of your movement phase, if this unit includes a battle priest and is contesting an objective you control that is not contested by enemy models, you can say that it will consecrate the land. If you do roll a die on a 3-up, the objective is considered by you to be consecrated. Only see the Sigmar human units have a ward of 6-up. Oh, so it's just the Hammers of Sigmar thing, except with extra steps. Each time this unit receives the all-out attack or all-out defense command, you can pick one other friendly unit with this ability that's wholly within 12. That unit receives it for free. Okay. So if you have 2 Steel Helm units wholly within 12 of each other, it costs 1 command ability to all-out D both of them. All-out telephone game. You definitely learned a lesson from OBR. This book is OBR. This book is OBR plus Gits. It's got exploding like chaff that's very cheap and just blows up. It's got a million free command points everywhere. It's got an extra layer of command points that aren't called command points that you just get. Everything's crazy cheap like it was in Gits. I got command centers and stuff. Yeah, this shit's good. Or powerful anyway. Also funny that there's no extra CP considering how many free commands you get. Yeah, so it's like, instead of getting 3 free command points every turn, you instead get the ability to do 3 things for free that with command abilities in a turn. It's sort of like, it's the same thing, you just kind of call it something different. You're wholly within 12 other hat men, both can AOD for only 1 command point. Call today. Freeguild hat men. Can't fight, but who cares? There is a thing for proccing mortals though, right? So we can do some fishing. You may just have a priest and you can curse. So again, we could do some fishing if need be. They do have 2 attacks a model, although only 1 inch reach. What should these guys cost? If the unit size, I don't know, it's 100. Is 100 just what we cost battle line now? Is it just 100 for battle line? That doesn't look egregiously OP. Freeguild Steel Helms. Yep, it's 100 for 10. Same amount of thought put into it. That's just what it costs. It's 100 for 10. Now, Freeguild fucking badasses. You better be good, I swear to fucking God. These horsey boys. Freeguild total badass knights. 2 wounds, 3 up save. Are you battle line? I don't want to look at the sheet because it has the points on it. I'm gonna assume they're just battle line. Tell me I'm wrong if somebody knows. One person has an arch knight. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, -2/2. Damn, dude, truly is an arch knight. Battle line if Freeguild Jenny. Okay. Three attacks, so 12 3s and 3s 1/1, 4 3s and 3s 2/2, and then 10 4s and 4s 0/1. Devastating charge. If this unit had a charge move, add 1 of the damage characteristic of the weapons and improve rend of the weapon. Oh, okay, okay. Alright. Alright, so we're rend 2, damage 2 on the charge. That's important. So we are on 16, and then the profiles become the same, so you can roll all the dice at the same time. Cool. Yeah, so we're on 16 attacks. 3s and 3s 2/2. And then 10 just fucking whatever nothings. Yeah, there is an order to give this guy +1 attack for the first time they charge in the game, which is big. And you got the 3d6 charge thing. And you got +3 move a lot of the times, and sometimes +3 charge with that other dude. So these are your Chaos Knights, which is actually a pretty close parallel. Both these guys and Chaos Knights look totally badass, and are cavalry. The Chaos Knights get rune shields and a truly overpowered, incredibly strong charge consistency ability. which these guys lack. But they're supposed to be worse, and so they're probably cheaper. Also, Chaos Knights aren't as good at hitting for some reason. And you're supposed to play a million of them. Let's see. Whatever Chaos Knights cost minus 10. Because your Legion's abilities are better than Slaves to Darkness. Got them. Freeguild Cavalier. $180. Hey, that's pretty close. It's actually pretty close to the guess. 180 for 5. I think this is probably right, because Chaos Knights are overpriced. So, yeah, I think this is mostly right. These are good. Chaos Knights are 3 wins each, not 2 though. Yes, these guys are weaker. And they don't have a ward. And they're more unreliable on the charge. Anyway, these guys are great. You have a lot of buffs and like delivery methods up in your Allegiance ability section. Right? 3d6 charge, plus 3 move, plus 3 charge. You could even do Living City nonsense if you wanted to, but I don't think you even need to. You just pick these up and literally throw them across the table at your opponent. You could do a d6 move in the hero phase, I think, with that one thing, unless I'm forgetting about some stipulation. If you wanted to. A lot of stuff you can do with them. And there's a battle tactic for having them. Oh wait, they have a mount, so actually 2d6. You're right, Karneth. I looked at the chat the second you said that. Alright, now we get to the fucking awesome looking guys. If these are good, the army might be too good. Average move for a save 1 wound. Okay, we got long strikes, right? 1 wound, just explode if anyone looks at them, but okay armor, I guess. .24-inch range. 2 attacks, 4s and 4s, -1/1. Oh, cool. Okay, so they suck at shooting, but you give them +1 to hit and wound from the one thing, so they're instantly okay at shooting again. You have a decent amount of ways to give them proc mortal wounds on hit. You just have to use other units to do that. You can run multiple units of them and multi-ball commands at them. They can shoot people who shoot them. Your champion gets bonus attacks with his Fusile cannon. Black Powder Squire isn't a model for rules purposes. It just looks cool. Got it. Each time model shoots with it, if it's in a fortified position, it has good shots. If it's not in a fortified position, it has bad shots. Okay. You start in a fortified position, and then if you remain stationary and we're not set up, you can be fortified. Once this unit is in a fortified, it remains so until moves are removed. When it's in a fortified position, you can ignore negative modifiers to save rolls for attacks made with missile weapons. Okay. Ignore rend, kinda. Also, you have that one command, or that one order, if I remember right, that lets you run and then be fortified afterwards, right? That's an order. Right, I think. Do these come in 5s or 10s? Once per battle at the start of your shooting phase, in the 3rd or subsequent battle round, you can say this unit will resupply. If you do, you can reroll hit rolls for attacks made with missed weapons by this unit until the end of the phase. Alright, we're backloading some of that shit, which is probably good. If they did that a lot more, the game might prolong like that. Alright, so once per game. Nice little flavorful ability here. Once per game, 3rd plus battle round can reroll hits. What do we cost these guys at? You can order them to just move, right? And then stay fortified, so that's cool. Are these always battle line? 10 dudes and 1 battle line for every 1 steel helm. Okay. Ten dudes, 1 battle line per Hatmen unit. Alright, the suspense is killing me. I'm just looking. Fusilier. 150 for 10. Okay. I was thinking in the 160 era. Yeah, these are the guys they could have pointed like too low and the army becomes out of control. It's not the worst. Damn, look at this guy. Look at this fucking dude. Plus 1 hit and wound on attack of opportunity, or on all-out attack can be woof. Well, what about 6's proc and mortal wound in addition? How about that? That seems pretty good too. Blazing Rage. Also managed to get a priest close enough for curse, perhaps. Maybe a priest on horseback, so that he can get close enough. Is blazing melee weapons? Good question. I skipped him. I didn't mean to skip him. No. I was so ready to be like, of course it's melee. It's not. And it's also in addition, not instead of. Okay. Let me scroll up to this 90-point guy that apparently should be 190 or some shit. Not melee, by the way. I didn't think I'd be coming back and adding yet more to that guy's war scroll, but here we are. Gun detected, yeah, and allowed. Fun detected, gun detected. Fusilier-Major on Ogre Dude. $853 up. Alright, 8 wounds. That's under 10. Long Fusil. 24-inch range, 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, negative 1d3. And then the Warhulk Mace, 3s and 3s, negative 2d3. Okay. Ogre slaps, not too many attacks though. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with the long gun is a 6, you can say that this unit has attempted a crack shot after succeeding. The attack sequence ends after all the unit's attacks have been resolved. You can roll a die for each crack shot. For each roll that is at least double the target's wounds, pick one model from the unit and it is slain. You can say that it's attempted a crack shot, so you have the option. Like, if you couldn't slay it, it wouldn't do any damage, so... That's a fun rule. I like crack shot. Crack shot, fun rule. This guy is cracked. Range finder. Start of your shooting phase, you can pick one friendly, cast a light. Holding 12. Until the end of the phase, the range characteristic of that unit's missile weapons is increased by a number of inches equal to the roll. Same unit cannot be affected by this more than once. So you can increase range by 3 inches from command trait, and D6 from this guy. So the 24 of the castle shooters can be 33. But I don't know. You can't snipe heroes anymore, so I almost don't care what the range is, for the most part. Fortified position, and you start fortified. Also, he's a hero. Okay. What do we cost this guy at? I'm just guessing. Relative to the book's point costs, 150 at most. Perhaps cheaper. Fusilier-Major. $150 it is. Honestly, a little overcosted compared to the other heroes, but probably the right cost. Do you play this dude though? No. Like, you probably just don't, right? Yeah, the WARSCROLLs can't all be bangers. He's at least like really silly and funny and neat. He's got a fun rule. This is like the thing you play if you're trying to have fun in Cities of Sigmar. Like, 3 weeks from now, when everyone's bitching about Cities of Sigmar for this reason or that reason, well, it won't be this reason. And so you'll be the cool guy playing the fun things. You need that, right? Another day, another fucking banger, yeah. Is that fortified rule any good even? No. It's good because you can only have the good shots when you're fortified for this WARSCROLL, but in a vacuum, the fortified position rule, no, it's not like good. It's situationally good against opponent shooting if they have it and are targeting this unit, and they rely on rend instead of like mortal wounds or something. So in that specific situation, it's good. I don't think that's like terrifically common. But if it is like in your local metagame, then alright. You know? Like if you play at a store where you're consistently going to get shot on turn 1 immediately, like by a whole bunch of crap that relies on rend, then fortified is great. But it's like kind of situational. Dude on a pole can hide with lookouts, sir. Yes, and you can't shoot him, even though he's 16 feet above the battlefield. Can't see him. He's invisible. Let's get to what you all opened this book to see. I know I did. Ironweld Great Cannon. The big shoot. Alright. This is what everyone came here for. This is what I'm buying and putting a bunch of ogres on, and it's my Iron Blaster, right? Anyway, they're telling the ogre to look out. They are telling the ogre to look out. That's the thing. You think he's playable if you lean hard into shooting? Oh yeah, I didn't mean he's unplayable. I just think his role is kind of specific and maybe not optimal. Or rather, I would say probably not optimal. This unit's crew are armed with tools and sidearms. Nice. 8 wounds, 3-inch move. 3-inch move, 4-up save. Range move, 8 fast. Don't worry, you can add 3 to it by revealing an order. We got cannonball, armor-piercing shell, and grape shot. 3 choices? Jesus. Sorry. 24-inch, 2 attacks. 4s and 2s, -2, D3 plus 2. Hey, that's what all the other cannons were. Technically, Iron Blaster is a bigger shoot. I'll take it. -4 Ren? Jesus. Oh, and then D6, it's ruined. D6 damage.
Why are we still here?
Bum 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 bum. Wow. Alright, and then the final one is Grape Shot. 5 attacks. 3s and 3s. Here, 1, 2. The price you pay for -4 rend, yeah. The price you pay for guaranteed damage is not guaranteed damage. So you're even. Each town model shoots, you choose. Can only be chosen while this unit is a fortified. Okay, so the... two long ones only work if fortified. And then it has fortified. Alright, that's it. Yeah, no thrills, no chills, no frills. We're not Knight Deepkin, so no gills. It just shoots. It shoots twice. That's what it does. Is this thing actually worse than Iron Blaster? I think it is. This is like truly a worse Iron Blaster. And what does Iron Blaster cost? 200? And that's too much because the army that it was a part of completely died when it went to 200. So 180? Maybe? Maybe it's more expensive because the rest of the army is good, unlike ogres, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna guess. I'm guessing I'm guessing 180. I wouldn't be terrifically surprised if it was cheaper. By like 10. Right. Ironweld Great Cannon, 150. Oh, okay. I think I probably agree. Yeah, 150 is probably right. I just don't know when you would ever use this. I guess, alright, so you would use this when your opponent has stacked their armor so insanely that it doesn't matter that D3 plus 2 is better than D6. Which is technically, like, that's what it's called, right? And the price you pay for maybe dealing damage to them is maybe not dealing damage to them. Lord Ordinators plus 1 to hit is probably fun if you field a couple of these. I think I'd rather just use the order for free. Or not the order, I'd probably just use the triple attack of all-out attack that you get. Like, use 3 of these and then the triple all-out attack for 1 command point. Because then you don't even need to pay points for that. You could definitely do a Lord Ord and then use 4 of these. Now you're like, you're exceeding the power of just taking the trait, you know? What does Lord Ord cost? He's been on the race to the bottom for a while because there was nothing for him to do. So maybe he's like 100 or something now. Because this is an Order War Machine. So he would count. Yeah, he's 110. And so it's like, damn, I want to take a different trait. Or wait, no. Alright, we're thinking too small. What you do is, you take the trait, and then issue 3 all-out attacks to Fudge Sickles. And then way over here you have a Lord Ord, making all 4 of your big shoots hit on 3s. So we do both. Easy. And everything's so cheap that you still have 1,000 points in your army left. Hell yeah, brother. For now. Are they going to fit wholly within 9? Maybe. I'm picturing it in my head, yes. But you might have to put one of them, like, behind the guy. He's going to be in the middle of them, I think. What if steam tanks are good? Do they have a new model? Definitely not. This is the picture they chose. They didn't even want to show you what the thing looks like. They're just like, hey, look, here's a gun. Here's a guy. We don't want to show you what it looks like. Alright, steam tanks. Steam tank guy. 2 up save, the same as a god. The same as my god. That's a good start. 8-inch move, pretty slow though. But they're like a shoot thing, so that's fine. Up save. In your hero phase, you can say that this unit will overpressure. If the roll is less than the number of wounds currently allocated, this unit suffers. If the roll is equal to or greater than the number of wounds it's currently allocated, pick one of the following effects. Run and shoot and or charge. Add 1 attacks characteristic of steam cannon. And add d6 to the attacks characteristic of the steam gun. Can issue the same command up to 2 times. If it does, each command must be received by a tank. No command point is spent the second time. Hey, that's how that other rule should have been written. After this unit makes a charge, you can pick one enemy unit, 2 up D3. Hey, it's got an impact hit. Tank Weird Anvil. 4s and 2s, negative 2D. Okay, so same thing as the cannon up here. Sometimes 2 shots, if it's unwounded. Steam gun, 3d6 shots. So, 12. I mean, technically like 10.5 or something. 11. 3s and 3s, 1. Long rifle. Repeater handguns. Swords and crap. Hey, the crushing wheels are like alright. 6 attacks, 3s and 3s, negative 1, 2. It's like okay. Crushing wheels alright. Things weird. Okay. I definitely don't know what to cost this guy at. What do we even do? 2 up save, but slow. A bunch of weird random shots. Random thing that sometimes doubles the weird random shots. And sometimes shoot and charge. Technically a hero. Impact hit. Issues commands for free to other tanks. And so wants you to play with other tanks. What a weirdo. This is just a Bastiladon. You know, you're not wrong, Pinwad. It kind of is a Bastiladon, isn't it? I don't know. Surely not. Surely not in the 300s. It's got to be in the 200 range somewhere. Bastiladons are slower and have less rules and are 230. Yeah, but they're like the only thing in Seraphon that isn't amazing. No, I'm kidding. There's a lot more than just them. He makes tanks battle line of general. Okay. It doesn't matter what does he cost in this army? Okay. You're building a City of Sigmar army. At what point value would you put this guy in? Actually, no. I don't think that's even right. I don't think even that is correct. Because you're not building a Cities of Sigmar army if you want to play this guy. You're building a tank army. Because he makes tanks battle line. And he issues tanks, and you want to play all tanks. Right? I don't know, man. And because he's the tank lord, he probably has to cost more than the normal tanks. These are like this thing. Except 8-inch move instead of 3. Better armor. Worse at shooting. Randomly. So they're like pretty close to great cannons. They should cost more because they're faster and they have better armor. But like way more random everything. I'm just gonna say in this book, this guy, 240 because he's a hero, and the normal steam tanks, 200. Alright, what do we got for steam tank, man? He's actually called Steam Tank. 270. I was way off. I said 240. 270. In which case, 220 for the normal tanks. $230. Okay. Sure. I can't wait to see Steam Tank, 150 point lady. Fill the rest of the army with normal tanks until you run out of points. And then whatever points you have left over, take the 90 point Firecaster guy. A perfect army doesn't exist. Wilder Corpse Hunters. He's got Bloodpelt Hunter, except better attacks. Oh, this is like a unit of 11 men. Oh, this is 11 dudes. Okay. Trailhound. Only one Arbalist. Oh, everybody else has hunting crossbows. This guy has Arbalist. Got it. Okay. You can move before deployment or after deployment. He's a warband. Look, 22 attacks at like 4s and 4s 1-1 is kind of decent. At 18, with some random rules like run forward and get killed. It's not 22. The dogs take 4 of them, so it's 8. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, you're right. I thought there was like 1 dog, but there are 4. 5 up save. I don't know. They're a little warband. Dog shoot warband. I don't know what warbands are supposed to cost nowadays. 100 something. I'm just looking it up. Wilderness, Wilder Core. Are you battle line? Like everybody is in Slays of the Darkness? No. Alright, never mind. They should be cheaper. 140 for 11? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Sounds about right. Taken 0 times, probably. I don't know. Alright, we're into the warband section, and I gotta admit, I don't give a shit about warbands and stuff. So we're skimming. Plus it's almost midnight, and I got shit to do. I got like 5 hours of work ahead of me. And I need to turn the AC on in my room. Don't hate me, Cities of Sigmar players, but I'm skimming the warbands, alright? Alright, 5s and 7s. My man. 5 up ward. He is a foot hero, attack man. You're gonna make a hero monster on the battlefield, target a witch hunt. If there are any enemy wizard heroes on the battlefield, one of those must be picked. And 1 damage inflicted by attacks made by this unit, targeting that. Okay. Melee foot assassin. Strong, bold choice. And 1 to the roll if the unit is death on a 3 up the unit. Okay. He is, yeah, Lack Cell. Bad Bane. Hey, the dude looks cool. He just won't like. He can't travel. And then he's got hunters. Yeah, this stuff is shit. It doesn't matter what it costs. Gillen Vendenst. Doralia Vendentist. Huge L next page. Yeah. Actually, Hackcell next page. Alright, Doralia used to have a cool ass ability. Let's see if we kept it. Double the damage of this guy's weapons against wizards and demons. He has some shoots, but there's you can dispel endless spells. It's like a cool trick. But don't care. Yeah, she has the anti-thematic crossbow, which is sick. 24-inch range, 2 attacks, 3s and 3s, negative 2/2. 4 against wizards and demons. And then you can sometimes dispel an endless spell. That's cool. You might still play her. No, wait, never mind. Sorry. You won't. Shooting heroes is now illegal. You have to get within 12, which is like possible, but enough of a pain that you can't just set her somewhere and 24 snipe wizards for 4. Just fucking dome them. You gotta saunter her 5-inch move ass up there, which I'm sure is no doubt gonna happen sometimes. If she's like giga cheap, maybe. I actually care what she costs. Oh, you have to take them together. You can't take them separately. It's 160 for both. Yeah, never mind. Nope. Nope. Alright, Warden King. We got to like the dwarf section. I hope these war scrolls are like fucking badass, because humans are overserved gentlemen in this bar. Can your war scroll be like fucking amazing? Right. 6/4 3 up. Ruin Hammer. 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, negative 2d3. Oh, you start with the grudge. That's cool. So the other thing just changes the grudge in a sense. Interesting. Until the end of the battle, the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with no weapon friendly Sigmar automatically wounds, not make a wound roll. Ew. Ugh. Not even a mortal wound, huh? Trash. After it's fought for the first time... Okay. Dwarves are dead. Staff and Forge Hammer. Lost the +2 unbind, did he? 4 up, 18. At least you keep the rend. You did keep the rend thing. Look, you kept the rend, man. You did it. I'm sad that he lost his +2 unbind. That shit was cool. And this is the season where you could have given them the one thing and had a little fun. Kind of upset. Look, +1 rend, still a great buff. Wish it was more likely than a 4 up, but fine. Auto wounds is pretty good. It's pretty good compared to having to roll wounds. I'll reach across the aisle. Auto wound is way better than having to roll to see if you wound. I'll give you that. Like, way better. It's not even close. Mortal wounds, though? Probably... I mean, at least twice as good. It's gotta be at least twice as good. On 6s it's bad? Well, yeah. That was the context under which I was talking about it. Oh, you just meant in general. Okay. I thought you meant, like, for that ability. Longbeards. Still on that Rend 2 damage 1 game. 4s and 4s. 1 wound because Fire Slayers are fucking huge, I guess. Apparently Thunderers are even more. Alright, whatever. And you're 3 up natty if you have the ancestor weapons instead of the big ones. I thought Dwarden were made of sterner stuff. Oh, oof, you still have that oh no, you still have that? Okay. Still have that, huh? You can make a shield wall, though. Hammer us. Hey. We did it! 2 damage. We did it! Alright, I saw this and I became concerned that nothing would actually get upgraded. Because I've only seen downgrades, kinda. Actually, this is not a downgrade. It's just less of an upgrade than I was hoping for. Rune Lord, downgrade. Anyway, yay. Rend 2, 2. Good. 1-inch range, though. They are on 25s. They're small. So you can get 2... very easily get 2 ranks in. No 3 ranks, though. Also, Giga Body Guard, not the Wound Pass one. How much your hammer is? Are these like Bedline if probably? 150 for 10. Alright. 300 for 20. No 6s to mortals like they used to have. I believe, if I recall correctly, they used to be -2/1. And then they did 6s on wound rolls of 1 mortal in addition. Was that it? I think it was 6s to wound rolls for the hammers. I might be misremembering though. And then the Iron Drakes. -1 and 1, 6 to 1. Okay, so it wasn't -2 rend, it was -1 rend. The -2 rend came from maybe the Longbeards if you used their special ability or something. Damn, it's been too long. I think that was it. They are armed with Drake guns. So, yep. 15, 3s and 3s. Got that torpedo. Blaze away. And they made sure to ruin the teleport thing. Even though there's no teleports in this, well, living city. Okay, so no fun allowed for the Iron Drakes. Once a game, Cinderblast Bomb still, and the Grudge Hammer Torpedo. Iron Breakers. These dudes had like the anti-magic thing, right? They get a 4 board instead of a 5 up if they form a shield wall. And then they got Cinder Bomb. How much are Iron Breakers? Iron Drakes are 160 for 10. Iron Breakers, I guess, are on a different page? Question mark? Oh, Iron Breakers are always battle line, even for humans. And they're 130. Okay. Longbeard's also 130, so same price as Longbeards. And the difference is Longbeards have rend and these guys don't. But they're like more defensive by a lot. Dude, 130 for 10 guys on a 3-up that can shield wall into a 4-up ward. If anyone was concerned that dwarves were gonna like suck because it's the human book. Yeah, I know it's only 1 wound per guy, but 3-up, 4-up, you really can't get more defensive than that ever. What's the limitation on the shield wall ability? That was an order, right? Shield wall? That lasts until some time. Hold up. We're checking the tapes, okay? Can I just do that? At the start of the enemy combat phase. Combat phase. While units formed a shield wall, strike last effect applies, but has a ward effect. Okay. Just the combat phase. Still fine. You do have to have a hero nearby, though. So there's phantom extra cost here. They're not just on some objective 30 inches away, chilling on a 4-up somehow, right? Once per battle round. Probably on your opponent's turn, I would imagine. Okay. So when we're looking at dwarves, they're not just chilling on a 4-up ward always. It's like, once a battle round, combat phase only. There's some stipulations here. Unless you're exactly fighting me, you're going to want the 4-up ward in the combat phase anyway. If you're fighting me, you definitely want it in the charge phase, actually. So that's where I do half of my damage. Can any leader give the shield wall order? Does it have to be a dwarf hero? Has to be a dwarf hero. The book is bingo. Book leans into probably more racial, like racist bingo than even the original gets. Everybody's really, you work how we wrote you to work and don't do anything weird. Still though, these guys like kind of cool. Sort of the Skaven approach. Cogsmith. Yeah, the Gits bingo was bad because it was stupid, and also like a lot of the abilities didn't even like the bingo itself didn't make any sense. At least in this book, these are actually dwarves, right? If it was the old Gits book, this would be like, this would not have the dwarf keyword for some reason, even though it's a dwarf, because standing on the base is also a dog, and so it just had the dog key. So it's that was the stupid part of the, well, one of the stupid parts of the Gits book, was you would have a Gloomspite Git guy and a squig on the same base, and it was like not a squig. I'm like, okay, some other stuff like that. What do? You shoot. You can either have a Grudge Raker or not. You issue commands to friendly gyrocopters anywhere on the battlefield. Oh, okay. So we're Flight of the Valkyries with... Sorry, Valkyrie. I think it's one Valkyrie. I always make it plural by accident. Were the Fusiliers leaked? Yes, the entire book was leaked. We just went over it. The Fusiliers are good. That's my official take. They're good. Yeah, like for... Usually the leaks are kind of... Ooh, we don't have everything. This leak is the most thorough leak I've ever seen, if it even is. It's got pictures of everything, including all the lore and all the paint stuff and the sprues. Like, they went all in. Good quality, too. You wanted to know if Fusiliers are good and the Steel Helms were? Yeah, they are. Heywoah 8-hour Stormcast 4th edition leak. That better happen in the fucking winter. I'm dying in here. I gotta turn my AC on. Anyway, our gyro's good. You can have a squadron leader if there's more than one dude. Once per battle, you can drop bombs. Cogsmith is 90, by the way. Gyrocopter. Gyrocopters are not, apparently they're not artillery. You can just play a million of them, if you so wish. You can either have 1 or 3. 1 is 80, 3 is 240. So you get a big discount on 3 of them. Okay. You have steam guns and stuff. Gyro Bomba. Oh, this one can always bomb. And this one can bomb once a game. 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1, 2. Kind of neat. They fly. Sorceress on Black Dagron. 14-5. Fuck, why? I guess it doesn't have any armor and neither does she. So fair enough. But also, why? Oh, we got that old school dragon profile, 4s and 3s. Low damn, though. Noxious Breath is number of models in the target unit to a max of 10. No fun allowed. Look, let me have 60 attacks. Just do it. Look at that model. Yeesh. Issue the same command up to 2 times in the same phase. If it does so, each command must be received by Darkened Coven. And the second one's free. Blade Storm. It remains like the worst spell ever. Awesome. Cool, right. It's a spell that does mortal wounds that's only good against creatures with like shit armor. Which is goofy. I think that's weird. I think the whole point of having a spell or mortal wounds is for like doing good damage to high armor stuff efficiently. And something that only is good against shit armor, it's like you could have just attacked that thing if it's got a 5 up armor save. Kill 9-ish zombies in the hero phase with the 10 attack thing. And then the spell. She's like pretty good at killing whatever 20 zombies in one turn and dying from the explosions. Maybe not. I don't know. Do you still get to sacrifice a person to add? Yes, you do. Let's go. You can slay and get +2 to casting rolls, and there's the thing that can give you +1 to casting as well. Still get the good casting bonuses. That's nice. And then Word of Pain. Oh, she kept her good spell. Yeah, D3 mortal wounds and -1 hit rolls. Sorceress, still good. Can we juice up the difference between all the Darkling Coven guys, too, while we're at it? Blackguard. Vorpal Ward. While they're within 3 of a friendly sorceress. In addition, and she does too. Ooh. Yo, finally. Finally. 4-up save, 4-up ward, and she gets a 4-up ward. And like, 2-inch reach attacks. 2 per model. Designer's note. You can't make the Sorcerer on Black Dragon worth it. Got it, thank you. Phoenix Guard died for this. Bleak Swords. And so what are you for? So those guys are the cool bodyguards that do cool damage and are defensive and help the hero out. Now what do you do? Oh wait, what are Blackguard? You are Battle Line? Question mark? Yeah, we're a Blackguard. 140 for 10. The unmodified hit roll for it scores 2 hits. Okay. Bleak Swords are Battle Line. 100 points for 10. Blackguard are Battle Line if you're in a Darkened Coven army. Executioners. Look at these dudes. They look so sick. They're still cool. They look like Reaper from Overwatch. Let's go. Alright. 6-inch move, 4-up save. 2, 3, 3, 1, 2. Nice. We got 2 damage now. And 2 mortal wounds on 6s. Cool. Our Executioners finally Battle Line? They're not. They probably are if you're in a thing army, though. No? Okay. Executioners, not Battle Line ever. Not even Darkling Coven. Not even Darkling Covens. I think you play like a shitload of Executioners and a shitload of Blackguard. Blackguard are just great. Also, it's not mortal wounds, the guy just dies, so the ward doesn't help. Executioners, though, are 170 for 10. Albeit, they're on 25 mil bases, so that's probably 20 attacks. 20 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1, 2, and 6s proc 2 mortals. They kind of slap. They're like actually better than the Deepkin guys. 170 is high for executioners, but they're cool. Yeah, I think executioners feel a bit high compared to everything else in this book, especially all the human stuff. I guess Thralls have been in the race to the bottom for about 2 years, so they are down to 120 now. They're racing. They're squealing down the road. Yeah, you got that old school army. Is that all there is for Darkling Coven, though? No, there's Dark Shards. I almost forgot. The shoots. 16-inch range, 20 attacks, 4s and 4s, null 1. The other 6s proc mortals things, except for Curse, are those racist rules? Are those all human only? Oh, hey, they're 3s and 4s if they're at full life. That's kind of nice. The longer the stream goes, the more I slide down in the chair. All right, I'm sitting up. We get into the gamer position. Dark Shards. I think they're battle line. Wrong. It's the Dread Spears, and these are 90 for 10. These dudes. Nice mustache. And these guys just exist. They have like nothing going for them. They're 90 points for 10. Dark Shards are 120. 120 for 10. We just play like 300 Dark Shards. And roll 600 attacks every turn at 16-inch range and just like maybe curse something. Okay, Dad Lord, can you be cool? One of the following weapon options: blade and shield, or blade and crossbow, or lance and shield, or lance and crossbow, or double blades. XL blade is 5 attacks, 3/3, -1/2. Paired is 1 more attack. Wow, okay. Lance is 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, -1/2. Let's see. -2, 3 on the charge. 14 fly. Only a 4-up save, which I guess what can you expect? If this unit is armed with a Tarrant Shield, unmodified save rolls a 6. The target this unit succeed regardless of modifiers. Holy fuck. Looks like I'm taking the lance and something. Looks like it's either lance and crossbow or lance and shield. Crossbow is 4 attacks, 4s and 4s, nothing 1. That's 1 damage if you're quite lucky. And I mean quite lucky. Noxious Breath is kind of awful. Reroll charge rolls for this unit in order to spend this unit's wholly within 12. Damn, they just... What a... They like... hella phoned in this shit. I'm reading this here, and it's like I'm reading the Ogre book, where you took something that just fucking sucked and really needed 1% attention, and they're just like, fuck it, who cares? I mean, alright, hold on, let's look at his attacks quick. Okay. Oh no, I wish for more care. They did a lot of work in the first half of the book, and then they got tired. I've seen this a lot with books with a lot of stuff in it. I'm getting tired reading through it. So, am I a hypocrite? War Hydra. Order Serpentis. Maximum 10, Fiery Breath. 2, 3, -1, 1. My man just straight heals 5 wounds at the end of the combat phase. Whether he's in combat or not. Razor Sharp Fangs. We have the Stone Horns. 6 attacks, 4s and 3s, -1, 3. Almost Stone Horns. +1 rend for us. Chariots. How can we get people to buy the new stuff? Get really lazy on the old stuff we kept? I still think it's just not like that. There's so many examples of brand new amazing looking models, and their rules are just like awful, and then hey, here's Flagellants, they're zombies, right? Like it's so random sometimes. It's so weird. Did you favorite units? No. Okay, I don't know the inner workings of Games Workshop, but I hear some complaints here and there, and I can't say if any of this is reasonable, but I've heard that you have the people who make the models over here, and then you have the people who make the rules over here, and never the two shall meet or talk to each other or have lunch, or make any plans or do anything like that. Maybe that's not the case, but it seems fairly separate. So I don't think there'd be like, damn, this is our favorite model. Make sure to give it good rules, buddy. It like comes in a tube like at the bank and just appears, and they're like, oh, okay, let's write some rules for it. They make the mechanics and then design the flavor and art. No, it's total, it's absolute ground up. Almost to a fault. Well, not even to a fault. To a huge detriment, I think, probably. They got like an artist doing a concept art, and he's just like, oh, I wonder if this thing, hey, this would be cool if this was a thing. And they have like a cool piece of art. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. And then they start coming up with a model for it, and then they make the model, and then way later they have a lore writer just like invent some lore about it, and then way after that they have a rules writer just kind of writing stuff. Oh, you mean for Magic mechanics and then design the flavor and art? Yeah, for Magic it's very top down. They playtest one Magic card more than Games Workshop playtests every single game they have combined. It's really, there's really extensive. And until then, it's like just a blank piece of paper with the rules text written on it. And then after that, they hand it off to their flavor and art people, and those people deal with the rest. But it's very mechanics first in Magic. It's very art first and like picture of a cool thing first, and then we'll just figure it out for Games Workshop. They're like the diametric opposites in how you can do everything and even run a company, I think, maybe. I'm not saying one's better or worse. But Magic's way is way fucking better. If you give a shit about the game. Which, I don't know, only a very small percentage of people actually do. You know, you like to think that everybody feels like you do in your little bubble, but like, it's very not the case. Oh, they got rid of the fun rule for Assassin. He's no longer fun. Dank Riders. They can steal commands. Neat. Dank Riders kind of neat. Fleet Master. Ooh. Ability detected. All out attack. Scourge Privateers. Add +1 to hit. And +1 attack characteristic. Big buff. Yeah, and it's just everybody. If people roll a 1 attacking you, they take mortal wounds. That's actually cool. Scourge Chariots. Charybdis. No rally or inspire within 12. Technically a monster. The Noble Charybdis in its native habitat. Wait, where's Scourge Privateer? Oh, they're called Black Ark Corsairs. It's actually, okay, so really what these guys have is 2 attacks a model. They're their Vicious Blade and Repeater are paired. So that they either have 4 or 2 with 2 repeater hand crossbow attacks. So this is like what you do is you cast that 1 elven spell that makes the save characteristic of a unit dash. And then you throw some Black Ark Corsairs at them. And you're like, here's 80 attacks, odd 4s and 3s and 4s. They're like kind of mortal wounds almost. And you paid like 200 points to do that. Because Black Ark Corsairs are 90. And Fleet Master is 90. And O Wizard is 100. You're like, here's literally 200 Black Ark Corsairs. And when you attack us, every one you roll, you take mortal wounds. And then we throw buckets of dice at you that either, I don't know, maybe we try to curse you or something, or maybe we'll get that one spell off. And we're just throwing buckets. With one of the few true buckets of dice left, I guess, is this army. And there it is. It's over. Thoughts. Some of the points are insane. But mostly the points are just pretty good. The rules are cool, interesting. The first half of the book, much like the first half of my stream, had a lot of attention paid to it and was fun. Second half, been sitting for 13 hours today streaming. Just kind of skimmed through it. Wish they gave a shit for the whole ass. Book became more racist. Was hoping it became less racist. All right. That being said, if there ever was a time to give up on non-humans in Cities of Sigmar, it was 4 years ago. And the second best time was 3 years ago. And the third best time was 2 years ago. And the fourth best time is today. It's on its way out. It might as well be gone. It's not gone yet. If you still got it, hey, look, smoke them while you got them, right? If you still have them, keep playing them. But I wouldn't buy into it. That's probably going to be my advice to new players moving forward. And it kind of has been with Cities of Sigmar. For the most part, if people ask me what army to play, I always say, you know, here's a video, choose what you like, try before you buy, but don't play Cities of Sigmar. And that's no longer true. As long as you like humans, and they're fantastic looking, and their rules look fun, and they're great, and everything is awesome. But the other stuff I consider essentially a time bomb you're holding in your hand, and it eventually explodes, and you either fuck off to the old world, or, you know, they're going away. I really hoped we were getting Greatsword replacements. We just didn't. It was like the one disappointment, I think. You can only hope that with the Humans of Sigmar, dwarves get their own collective book in the near future. Yeah, and so even if they do, what has humans shown us? Well, if you bought the whole line of Freeguild before this book, you fucked up. And so you still don't buy into dwarves or dark elves or anything if you're new. Because if they get a whole line refreshed, then you just have a bunch of old crap instead of the new cool stuff. And stuff still gets retired anyway. Do tanks count as non-humans? Maybe not. They're weird, man. I kind of want to see somebody try to play those things. They're like a bunch of Bastiladons. It's like a cheaper Bastiladon army. I don't know how to feel about those. You look at them on paper, and it's just not going to be the same as seeing them in play. It's kind of like the opposite of Magic the Gathering. If you're trying to invest in Magic the Gathering, you buy Reserve List that they promise never to print again. And then you fucking shriek at them when they try to get around that over and over. In AOS, you're looking for an army. Get one that's full of stuff that was made during the Age of Sigmar time. Not just still kind of for sale. Unless you think it looks cool, like I did with ogres, and had fun this whole time, and still am. But you'll know what you like, you know. Did Fusiliers get mortal wounds somewhere? They can, yeah. There's like 2 ways you can get mortal wounds from Fusiliers. In my head, I just went over it all, so there's like a cluster, but I think it's like there's like 2 ways. One of them's hard. Why the fuck are 30th anniversary cards worth money? They're not really. It's a meme. Wishful thinking. It's sellers that are putting them up and they're just not selling. And they're just hoping they trick people into buying them sometimes, I think. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Not even real cards. Balthazar Schmelt. Open up a new factory in America, land of the free. Nah, it's too expensive. To actually open a factory in America, you have to give a shit about human rights. You have to like pay the workers. You have to go halvesies on healthcare. There's like a chance that they'll try to unionize and stuff. It's better to just exploit some other country that hasn't figured it out yet and pay them a cent a day. Anyway, enjoy your iPhones. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for the subs and the bits and the primes. I streamed for 5 hours this morning and 6 hours tonight. And I need to fucking stand up, otherwise I'm gonna get a blood clot or something, alright? I gotta go for a walk. Then I'm gonna work until 5 a.m. So awesome. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. City of Sigmar looks fucking sweet.
Bits.
Exactly half of it. Thanks to the bits. Kaito is dead again. Giga mining at the source. True. And if anybody wants this book, by the way, discord.gg/Heywoah. Whole thing's in Giga. Download it easy. TY for watching. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna play some Baldur's fucking Gate. Dude, that game is so sick. Anyway.